Good morning. Marcus here from Elemental Living. Doing a morning meditation here, and I wanted to share a few ideas. There's so many explanations to meditation, and there are different outcomes. There are different reasons for meditating, different systems, different ways, which is why we hear so many explanations. One of the main ideas is that we want to clear the mind. We want to clear our mind from unnecessary thoughts. These ideas that keep rolling around inside our head that are useless. Old memories, fears, even imagining issues that don't even exist. I mean, our mind is just constantly trying to figure out how we can best navigate our life, how we can best get through our day, how we best get things done, be effective. It's a computer that helps us effectuate. So one of the redundant ideas that will go around in a person's head is imagining what can go wrong in a situation, for instance. It doesn't change the outcome of what's going to happen, but it's a bunch of useless mental energy spent worrying about how things can go wrong and how people could react, and so our mind just keeps going round and round and round. One of the best things to do is to quiet the mind. By quieting the mind and eliminating unnecessary thoughts, we basically calm ourselves down so that ideas, memories, thoughts come up from the well of our subconscious, and we deal with those ideas, those thoughts. Those are coming up for a reason, but it's only by quieting the mind that we get the ideas that are actually useful, that have relevance to our daily routines, to what it is we need to accomplish, to where it is we're heading, all of that stuff. Eliminating unnecessary ideas. Stopping the mind is not the objective. We need it. It's a very important and powerful computer that helps us get things done. So it's not about stopping it. It's about the resting, the rejuvenation, the recharging, the time that we spend getting ready to face the projects and what it is that we're going to do. So one of the ways of calming the mind and getting away from these unnecessary thoughts is the use of a mantra. The mantra is a sound. It can be a lot of things, but it very often is a sound. It's a mantra. It's a set of words and syllables that we utilize that have certain frequencies, have certain qualities that get us to a place of the quiet mind, get us to that meditative state. And another thing that can do it is just anything that takes you away from those cyclical thoughts, the ones that just keep going round and round. The other day I was meditating and there was wind blowing. It was a semi-gentle wind. It was gentle, but it was there. And it was, moving my hair, the very little hair that I have, moving it around, and it was, kissing my face and caressing my body. And so I focused on the wind, and I focused on all its movement. The objective there is that there were no thoughts happening in my head while I focused on the wind. So the wind became my mantra. While the wind was my mantra, while I was doing that, I was doing a form of meditation, more of a contemplation, but a form of meditation that was very effective. Because while I focused on the wind, while I felt the wind, while I let the wind blow my thoughts away, I was meditating. I do a lot of meditation and a lot of thinking here in my hammock. I have this wonderful Mexican hammock from Merida. And one of the things I started doing was swinging, and I would swing like this. And so I started calling this swinging meditation, but I also call it pendulum meditation. And in the pendulum, what I'm doing is just focusing on the movement and feeling my inner gyro, feeling this movement. Because my inner gyro is telling me, ooh, we're not level. And it's sensing the movement. And our inner gyro is telling us, it's basically working against gravity. And gravity, it's defying gravity. Gravity comes onto us. And now I'm actually working against this gravity, putting a little gentle force against it. It's pushing. And right there at that point, there's actually a meeting point of awareness. You're aware of the movement. You're aware of the environment you're in. It's an awareness thing. And so you just follow the movement. Close your eyes, of course. You can't have the visuals. If you have the visual, then you're going to, see everything moving, and that's going to occupy your mind. So what you do is you actually close your eyes and just feel the movement. And as I did this, I could feel, when I got to one extreme, get to one end, I could almost feel the water within me. We are mostly water. I could feel the water just pushing up against the side of whatever side I'm swinging to. I feel myself slosh around. And you utilize the pendulum swing as your mantra. My hammock will swing for a fairly long time, and you just keep with it. Now, the swing will go away and will diminish, will diminish, will diminish, will get smaller and smaller and smaller. But if your focus is on it, you will feel it, even in the micro movement of the final moments of moving. And that's in fact the objective. Utilize the diminishing swing as your mantra. It's your contemplation, it's your meditation, until it stops. But you might get to a place where you don't even notice that it stops. If you get to a place where you cannot sense the movement, and you're not sure if you're moving or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is, are there any useless thoughts going around in your head? And if there aren't, well, then you are in fact meditating. So there's so many tricks and there's so many ways to get your mind to a quiet place. Some people don't understand the idea of quieting the mind. We obviously need a very active mind to produce and to create, to get things done, to be effective. Yes, we do. But when you're resting, when you're in that rejuvenation mode, you're in the recharging mode, there are certain thoughts that just use up energy. They're a waste of time. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, and it's just useless monkey mind chatter. The useless monkey mind chatter is what we're getting rid of, not the effectiveness of a busy mind that gets things done. That's not what we're trying to eliminate. What we're eliminating is the useless chatter. Anyways, thought I would share that. Ideas from the hammock. Until next time.